Chapter 4. Zoofixie and Purpleton Get Caught. The path did some more zigzagging until it suddenly stopped at a river. Purpleton and Zoofixie saw a raft on the other side. Purpleton spoke nervously. "We are now stuck here because my wheels will get all rusty if I go into the river." Zoofixie looked around and said, "I can swim across and get that raft and bring it to you." Purpleton replied, "Okay, if you say so." Zoofixie pulled off his clothes and jumped into the river. He swam to the raft, untied it, and swam back, pushing the raft. Purpleton got on the raft, and Zoofixie pushed their way across the river. As they were crossing, Purpleton had the look that people get when something terrible is about to happen. She saw Mr. Oidahombre, who looked like he was made up of ears. He pointed towards the river and yelled, "What do you think you are doing using my raft without even asking me if you can?" He kept repeating himself. Zoofixie, who seemed calm and relaxed, tried to explain why they were using the raft. But when he found out that the man seemed not to be hearing him and saw the look of horror on Purpleton's face, he realized that if they stayed any longer, something terrible might happen. Zoofixie climbed out of the river and got dressed. Just as the children were about to go down the path, the man grabbed Purpleton and started shaking her. "Where do you think you are going?" he demanded. Before either of the children could answer, the man dragged them to his house where he tied them up in his basement and left them for a very long time. While in Mr. Oidahombre's basement, Purpleton said, "I guess this is a good time as any to tell you what my dad told me about what had happened 2,000 wheels ago." She paused for a few moments and finally explained. "Things were going well in our land until one day about 2,040 wheels ago this family had a baby. The baby was not the usual wheel baby of our land. It could walk. This had never happened before in Silla Tierra. The baby had ears all over it like the man who grabbed us just now. As the baby got bigger and went to school, the other children made fun of his looks. That made him angry. As he grew older, the man worked in a factory where he made wheelchairs for all the people in our land who could not walk. At that time, none of the people who lived on Silla Tierra could walk. He was made to work harder than anyone else and in the noisiest part of the factory. One day, he was so angry that he made new wheelchairs and made the old ones break, so everyone needed the new kind of wheelchair. As soon as the people sat in their new wheelchairs, they changed into living wheelchairs like me. From that time on, children were born as living wheelchairs. To break the spell, a living wheelchair must get through the woods of despair, the woods we just passed through, and pick the heart-shaped flower found only on Magic Flower Hill where Mr. Oidahombre, the man with many ears, lives. The flower must be given to a true love who is also a human from another world. Only when the human and the living wheelchair are married in front of their friends and have a baby of their own will the spell be broken, and the man with many ears will magically disappear. Just as Purpleton had finished telling Zoofixie what her dad had told her about Mr. Oidahombre, he came in with a dozen men that looked just like him. 6 of the men grabbed Zoofixie and the other 6 men grabbed Purpleton and took them to 2 different rooms in the house. Mr. Oidahombre asked Zoofixie, "What do you think you were doing with my raft?" Zoofixie stammered, I, 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 I did not." The man interrupted Zoofixie and rudely said, "Write it down. I am deaf and can't read lips well. All I know is that your lips are moving." As the man was talking, he tossed Zoofixie an electronic notepad and pen. Zoofixie wrote on the pad, "I had to borrow it to help my friend across the river. I did not know it was yours." The man rudely uttered, "You didn't know that raft was mine? Everyone here knows it is mine unless you don't know me." Zoofixie wrote, "No, I didn't know you or anything about this land until I met a girl in the woods. She did not tell me about you until you tied us up in the other room. I was just trying to find a way back to my world." The man rudely uttered, "Are you trying to tell me that you had no plans on trying to get the flower that is the shape of a heart, and also that you aren't trying to get rid of me?" Zoofixie wrote, "Yes, I do not want to harm you. I am only trying to get back to my own world alive." The man rudely uttered, "Okay, I will go talk to the girl now, but I cannot let you go yet." The man turned to the other 5 men and made some hand movements. Then all the men walked on and closed the door behind them, making a clicking sound. Meanwhile, the other 6 Oidahombres were trying to get Purpleton to talk. She was so scared that she did not write a thing down on the electronic notepad one of the men had also tossed her. The 6 men who had been with Zufixi entered the room where Purpleton was. The owner of the raft asked Purpleton if she was trying to get rid of him. Purpleton still did not write a word down. Finally, as the men left her, the leader said, "If you not write down your answer as to whether you are trying to get rid of us, I will destroy your fields unless you forget you ever saw me."